It's your boy James, aka Six8Jay Crypto for Life, out here with my brother from another mother, Chris Moore. What's up, Chris?
What's up? What's up? Good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you, my man. Give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and share this with the group real quick. So let me pause. I gotta get it in all platforms here. Boom. One more to go here. Tell it. Copy link here. Give me a second, everyone. Let me go over to.
What's up, brother? Can you hear me all right?
Oh, loud and clear, my man. I see we got Laurel Jack in the house. What's up, Jack? Crypto OG. Talking. What's up, Sly? My man, Sly Fox in the house. What's up, Sly? Hey, guys. Super excited right now. I'm actually out here in good old Fresno. The weather is actually beautiful right now. What time is it? It's 10:20. I'm in your neck of the woods, Sly, right now. Out here hanging out with my brother, Jermaine. I got stuck on the corner here because I'm charging the new Benz 2020. I don't know. It's a 2024. It's the one that's kind of like the Tesla right now. So we're charging this thing up, but want to make sure I go live. It's called Keeping It 100 with my man Chris Moore. Out here doing a doggone thing. You can see Chris Moore with all those muscles. I know the thumbnail showed him in the. Let me unplug this car. So, Chris, man, what's going on in your neck of the woods? You can kind of start off with what's going on in your neck of the woods while I'm live right now.
Cool. So, for us, just in our little world over here, like James, me and my wife, we have a pretty big family. So we got 5 midgets also. Our 2 6-year-old girls are the oldest, and then we got 3 boys. 15, 13, and 9. Right, and so they're we were homeschooling for a little while, and now they're finally all going back to school here this next year. So we're getting all geared up, ready for that, and then I'm doing a bunch of stuff for business. I work from home. Me and James, we've known each other for quite a while now, and he was a huge reason why I got involved in crypto, and that's one of the big reasons how we have, the vehicle we have and everything here now, because that was what we ended up purchasing with crypto, So anyway, it's one of the multitude of things that I use to help position my family, financially, and my main source right now of revenue is the government contracting and my commercial business that I do. But it's really funny. Almost anybody that I'm talking to in that arena, it's about 15 seconds before we're talking about crypto. Also, like it's really funny. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing here in our neck of the woods. We're getting some transitioning and getting some stuff going and bringing on a bigger team and a staff and everything else. And so it's it's exciting times for sure. Exciting times.
Now I know we talked the other day, Chris. As we get started with everything, and it's a little bit different than I normally. Typically, I go over the markets, but it's not a whole lot to talk about. Bitcoin sitting just over $30,000. Everything's kind of reflecting pretty much what it was yesterday. XRP being down a little bit, so not a whole lot to talk about that. I can't see my Twitter right now, but I did get up and post some things. So for those of you guys who want to check out the Twitter, also by the way, guys, always remember that nothing I talk about or Chris talks about should ever be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. My name is James, aka Six8Jay. I'm just documenting my journey and the evolution of money. So with that being said, Chris, you were talking about something that you and your wife are going to be starting up right now, right? Like your own podcast. You got some really interesting things, perspectives, and things like that. It was very interesting to me. Before we get into the crypto markets and what's going on with that, just kind of talk about what you're doing on that end, man. What's going on with that?
For sure. So I do after the whole pandemic hit and we shut down our gym. We used to own the largest private gym here in San Antonio, and it was because we purchased the main fitness center for a military base that was shut down, and we were surrounded by a bunch of contractors. Boeing, Standard Aero, Lockheed Martin, all these, Booz Allen, all these big contractors,
right.
And so I started doing life coaching more professionally while I was in that gym. And then when the gym shut down in the pandemic, I started doing a whole lot of life coaching after that. And we've just come to realize that all the, successful professional, business owners, CEOs and whatnot, everybody kind of has the same problems, the same issues, right, no matter what, and so I found myself repeating myself all the time. And so it's like, I think that we could, I've been able to help people with the information and advice I've given. My wife has given phenomenal advice. She's ridiculously intuitive and intelligent.
Yeah,
she always has it just blows my daggone mind, because for the experience that I've had to help people with things, and her lack of experience, but her discernment and her intuitiveness and just natural intelligence, she's been able to just, I've been able to relate some of that information to clients and whatnot. And it's been, and we've seen, real time that's been a huge benefit to people. So I felt like if we had a platform, because people keep saying it over and over again, if we had a platform where we can, give that information and help people, we could do that in a bigger way. And so it's been years on years that we've been talking about it. We've been together for 11 years. We just had our 11-year anniversary, and we're like, you know what, we're going to do this for real. And so we're just kind of putting out the outline for it, and we're going to go ahead and do some recording, and after a certain amount, we're going to start dropping them and everything, and you'll be the first one to know when that happens, because I've always supported you, you've always supported me,
always.
We've been irons that have sharpened each other through different industries and everything since we met each other. We clicked up, and we've been with each other along the way. And so I'd love to do that, and so it's a very big passion for me and my wife. And so instead of doing it on the small scale that we're doing it, we want to do it on a larger scale. And and if to whom, like the saying goes, right, to whom much is given, much is required, right? If you know better, you do better, right? If you understand and you know how to do something, then why not teach and help other people be able to do that too? So we're going to help people with business and with family relationships, because that's a whole dynamic right there, whether it's family, brothers, sisters, stuff like that, like what we're helping people with right now, or family as in husband and wife, or family like what we're helping other people with, the parents and the kids. No matter what the situation is, there's dynamics there, or just people that don't have anybody that they're related to that works with them, that are still having difficulties, and which everybody will. So we want to be able to help people with that, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, I love it, man. And for those of you guys who don't know who Chris is, Chris and I met oh gosh, it's been years ago now, and we were both speakers, and we spoke, in different, different companies, different things. We actually met up on the world's, I want to say it's the world's biggest cruise ship, right? World's biggest, and we were both award-winning speakers and leaders and motivators and all that. And I had no idea who Chris was, and we were sitting in this like leadership surrounded by all the top leaders from all over flew in. World's biggest cruise ship. Never been on a cruise ship like that since. I mean, like a little city, malls, and biggest thing I've ever seen. So I look over and I see this guy. He looks at me and it's kind of like a "what's up" type thing. And next thing you know, just after the meeting ended or something, we just wound up talking and vibing, and before you know it, we became the best friends. Later on, I became his best man in his wedding, and just so much in common. But Chris, really has been a profound person as far as in my life. Him and his wife, their family, and is just an extremely incredible person and speaker. I mean, award-winning speaker, featured in many magazines, an ambassador, and all these different things. So he's definitely someone I got a tremendous amount of respect for. So I know when you were telling me about the show, I was like, this thing is going to be incredible. And what an incredible perspective to have and help people get back. And that's really hitting me doing like back helping people. That's a passion that we share, right? Which is why we hit. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm really excited about that, and when that happens, I'll definitely promote it on the channel. Let me do some shots up real quick, guys. I know there's about there right now. We've got Anthony Manor in the house, Dr. Sheba, Bullish Big D, Fish Camo Joe. What's up, my brother? We got Sly in the house, Big Bro 10, Crypto Tropics. Appreciate each and every one of you guys being here, man. So, Anthony Manor, what's up, brother? So, sounds breaking. Sounds breaking up. Maybe the car. Oh, the car might be clear. Is that me? Oh, it could be. I wonder if it's the wind. Let me get back to the car again. It could be the but so anyways, guys, yesterday we were talking about. Let me see if I can get this back. Yesterday we were talking about. Is that any clear?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now, Chris?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I do hear something's like rattling. Because I'm not in the wind no more, but there's something that's rattling. Is it possibly on your end, Chris? It's like something rattling.
Brother.
But yeah, man. So yeah, we were talking about this whole thing with what's happening with this lawsuit, XRP, and all that good stuff. Obviously, is some I wanted to kind of get your perspective on this, Chris. There's something like are you like on a Bluetooth? Because yeah, it sounds like you're in the wind. I'm actually in the car with all the doors closed. Okay, there you go. It stopped.
Okay. All right.
But so I know you. I don't know if you've been following what's happening right now with the crypto market, and obviously the SEC's attack. Not really, I can't really say it's against just XRP. That started about 2.5 years ago. But really the attack on the crypto market as a whole. What do you I don't with Judge Torres and her decision, which has really just been super controversial right now because obviously she allowed the Hemming emails to come out. Everyone's seen the Hemming emails, and that just it was like a trickle effect with Bill Hemming himself getting paid $15 million. It goes all the way back to China and their involvement with China, the SEC, and now they got this company that came out of nowhere with Prometheum. So all this scandalous stuff. And then obviously the thing that we all saw, and I think when me and you did our one stream, we were talking about the corrupted game of chess. And in that corrupted, hello, sweetheart. Hi. Look at this beautiful lady.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey. Good.
Yeah, and this is yours. So
thank you, baby.
It's Kevin coming to get you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. And so the wife's departing. She's gonna go hang out with our daughters. I'm gonna go see my son real quick. They're gonna go shopping. I'm not a big shopping guy. I tell you, I got about 5 minutes of shopping. I remember when me and my wife got together. I was like, hey, I met my dream girl. I was super excited, Chris. And she wanted to go. And I've never been a big shopping dude, man. And we went shopping for that wedding dress. 6 hours, bro. And I was trying to marry, but at the same aspect, I started thinking about, man, are we gonna make it? Because I can't shop for those 6 hours. But I was so bubbly and full of excitement about who she was and everything, man, that I went through those 6 hours. But I never 6 hours looking for a garment, man. I was like, good lord, can we? Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, yeah, I'd be going off on these tangents, but no, lo and behold, man, greatest day of my life besides my kids. So, yeah, what was I talking about? So, Judge Torres, man, the thing that is horrible is the more and more you look at this thing, and especially right now, you see Bitcoin up over $30,000. You start trying to really grasp what's happening with the
Hmm.
manipulation of companies like J.P. Morgan, Fidelity, all these banks coming in. And Chris, I know we haven't talked for a while, but it's just bananas that um, I was talking to my wife and actually one of my friends. I said, man, it's crazy how when you expect something or there's like this, like the whole thing with Eastgate, everybody assumed something was going on, but it's different. It's different when you're assuming and there's like a conspiracy theory, or when there's facts. And when people right in front of you are getting paid off, when
Hmm.
you can blatantly see that the government is attacking crypto, so that the big banks and institutions. So what they do, basically, what I mean is that they're suing Coinbase and Binance. They're trying to get rid of the actual crypto exchanges so that
Hmm.
JP Morgan and Fidelity's guys come in and take control. So it's almost like let the good old American boys get all the money, not the crypto exchanges. So with all that being said, and all the stuff that we're seeing, bro, and the fact that everyone's waiting for this decision, that could really have a profound impact of all of crypto.
Hmm.
Give me your thoughts, bro. I know you've seen some corruptive things in your mind. We're all on the edge of our seats waiting for Judge Torres. Just give me your perspective, man, of what you feel about the just what we're seeing and the attack on crypto, and how they're really manipulating so that we follow a system that really goes against what crypto stands for, which is freedom. So just your perspective, man, if any, on that.
Yeah, 100%, brother. I think it. I think you're exactly right with it. I think that if you control money, you control the people.
Yeah.
Flat out. I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but you can look at it in history. Every um, um, every I want to say organization, but every society, like it's like that's how you control things, right? And
Right. Right.
this is such a I don't necessarily want to unaccounted for is not necessarily the proper word, but it's people becoming crypto millionaires. It just
Yeah.
wasn't really in the equation,
Yeah.
and it's an outside thing. It threatens a whole lot of stuff, even some kind of the economic structure as a whole, as far as the country is concerned, and how we
Right.
do what we do, and the middle class, the dream, or what, like it's for people to be indebted to the country and everything, starting from school loans to this to that and everything else. The whole funding source of the country is at stake when people are overnight becoming millionaires in crypto. They're no longer
Right.
participating, right? And
Right.
so
Right.
so that's a problem. That's a problem to the people that rely on that, right? And so there's a saying, and I think it's said that um, you can't expect someone to know something that their bank account relies on them not knowing. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
if this country is going to run the way it needs to run, or the way they want it to run, or the way it's set up,
Right.
then then people just popping up becoming overnight millionaires in crypto, that messes a lot of things up, even
Right.
with the fraction of the people that are doing it, that are positioned well enough for that to happen. So there's always going to be a threat to um, real freedom like this. you know um, People aren't, there's plenty of people that are free that did it the way, they're whoever they is, right, want you to do it or whatever. But
Right.
this is just not. This isn't the way. This isn't the way. This isn't what was envisioned. This isn't the plan. This came
Right.
from left field, and it didn't come from here. We're just taking advantage of it, and that's a
Right.
very, very threatening situation to the establishment, right, or whatever. And so it's always going to be challenged. It's always
Right.
going to be challenged. If you look at it, anything and everything that's come in that could be a disruptor, like this can, it's gotten a whole lot of pushback, and that's why people are you know people flock to and support situations like this. It's kind of like a revolution of sorts, right? And so that's always going to get a lot of heat, and when that happens, people that are skittish, people that aren't quite sure, they're going to
Right.
go running for the hills, and that's what's supposed to happen. And all that's really going to do is create an opportunity for the same institutions and the same people that said don't mess with that, for them to get heavily involved and invested and everything else, and now capitalize on the rise. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, all the time, so many times in history now that people said, "Hey, beware of that," and the second they were able to affect, whatever that is, they became big investors of that, and then when that rises, they're capitalizing. And so it's just manipulation, and people trying to get, either put in the right position for them to take advantage, and then for other people that aren't even trying to take advantage of it, they just don't want it challenging the way they have things set up already. And that's the same reason why we all don't have free electricity right now, when Tesla showed us how to do it, right? So many years ago. It's like, if you're looking at, and I'm really not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know how to not sound like that by saying this, but look at how many patents and in different industries are coming out every year. Look how many of those patents are silenced when they're in the realm of electricity, energy, and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of things that are really, really dumbed down. So the largest benefactors, whether it's gas and oil companies and everything else, can keep things where they are and remain in power. There's a lot of things that are dumbing down, and it's easy to see that when you go to other countries and see it, and then also, when that we've been able to do certain things for a very, very long time, why are we still having to do this, having to do that? So this is the same thing. This is the same thing. It just came out of left field, helped a lot of people become super, super successful, and that's just threatening the way things were designed to run. For those that are in positions powerful enough to benefit from the way the system is currently.
No, I agree with you, brother. I'm actually driving now, but yeah, no, I agree with you, and it's just crazy, man. And so there's a lot of people saying that we might get this decision possibly by the 4th of July. I just think that's hoping. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
But the one thing that I could probably say, and again, it's not definite, but the fact that John Deaton talks about how in September she has to make a ruling by a certain date. Otherwise, she has to hand it over to Congress, and basically stating that, hey, I can't make a decision. I'm unable to make a decision on this suit, which for judges is said to be very, very almost discrediting, or is looked down upon. So I don't think she'll probably let it go that far. So somewhere between now and September is my guess. I know Brad said
Yeah.
we're looking at, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, says we're looking at weeks, not months. Well, hey, weeks. We're already in the weeks, so the next thing to come after that
Hmm.
is months. So again, I don't, I think the thing, and let's talk about that. If I can just get your perspective, how hard of a decision you think it is, Chris? And I did a live yesterday, and I've done some lives where I've talked about the possibility of, because when you can look at the SEC, who's swayed by, let's say, Elizabeth Warren and certain people in on the political aspect that's manipulating that whole situation with Operation Choke Point 2.0. What's the likelihood that this lady is either feeling pressure to make that decision, or, and I know, we don't want to be speculative or anything, but at this point, when you look at the fact that it's been 2.5 years, when you look at the fact that she's seen him in emails way before she released them to us, what do you think is, just from a fresh perspective, what do you think is the likelihood that either A, she's having a hard time with the obvious, because there have been other lawyers that tune in and said, hey, this is an easy decision. If you look at it, you're talking about the him and what is it called, not the Hinman, but the rules. Oh God, I'm just drawing a blank right now. What is the rules for the whole thing? The Howey test. The Howey test is
Oh yeah,
predicated off
yeah.
off of an orange grove theory back in the 80s, right, or something, or back maybe later or older than that. But it's based off of an orange grove theory, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it should be a pretty simple scenario of trying to figure out, what's going on and seeing that, seeing the corruption for what it is, and the fact that, there's all this stuff going on that really doesn't equal to XRP being a security. So do you feel like and I've given my opinion already, which is kind of like a 50-50 opinion. A, she's really going through a hard time making a decision, or is it B, she's maybe fearful of making a decision because it's such a profound, it really sways or can impact the crypto industry and so many American lives as a whole, or really across the world, I guess, because of the importance that it has in all of crypto. Or maybe C, it could be just like everyone else is getting paid off and manipulated. Is it possible that she's going to do that as well, where this is also a strategic plan to attack crypto as and she's just part of instead of being a part of the solution, she's part of the problem. Just your take on those three scenarios, Chris.
So let's just ask this. So this is what, multi-billion-dollar decision, right? Okay,
to say
both
the least,
ways.
yeah.
Exactly.
Billions.
On both
Yeah.
sides, right?
Yeah.
So
Trillions,
you got,
maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
exactly. So when has there ever been a situation like that in history where people aren't experiencing pressure, right?
Right.
The bigger the amount of money, the bigger the amount of pressure. All right. She has a trillion dollar decision. She has $1 trillion pressure. Okay. Right. She has a tough decision either way. She is going to be, it's kind of like that saying, right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay. There is no win for her. There's a win for this side, or there's a win for the other side. Go ahead.
But let me stop you there, Chris. You said damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, and I want you to keep on. Please remember where you're at. But if she rules against Ripple in from the aspect of either her own decision or being swayed to, she's one of the most hated people in America. I mean, dude, you know how many American lives that wrecks and ruins and the crypto industry is all. And it basically tells American people and people around the world, corruption's okay. The government can be corrupt. They don't gotta follow the law and rules. They can get paid off. Or if she votes in favor and becomes the most iconic hero of the American people that we've seen in a long time. I wanted to add that in there. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the American people can't save her though. So it's not not about being the the folk hero. We're not going to hide her in a cave. We're not going to we're not going to Marcus Aurelius. We're not going to grab her and bring her and hide her and keep like it ain't like that. Like it's the pitchforks from her side.
You're saying she's got to pay the. She's got to pay the price.
She's going to pay. Okay. She ain't going to win no matter what. She is going to be hated and attacked from one side or the other, no matter what. So it's a choice. Hey, do I want to go out as a folk hero? Do I want to go out as am I going to be a martyr to this? Like she's the second she got picked to be the person to make this decision, look, you already know she hadn't made a decision yet, and look how her credibility is being attacked. Look how everything is being pulled out of the closets and stuff. When she was 13, she did this and that. She's like, I don't even remember what the hell I did when I was 13, right? Like it. Right. It's there's a no-win situation there. The only thing she gains is popularity, but it's not one of those. Hey, even bad publicity is good publicity. No, it's look, it's what is that? Talking crypto stops. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you liking the T-shirt. But
I can't see all the comments, Chris. So you can read some of the comments. I know there's people making comments about, they may be padding her retirement plan. I saw some things, but I'm driving, so if you can read the comments while you're going through that.
You got it, brother. You got it. Somebody said, hey, they're all crooked and SEC is all, taken there. It's somebody just said Laurel Jack here. She's probably DCAing to XRP. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, listen. That's funny. Listen, there'll be more theories than anything else, but she's it's kind of like they say when you go into a lawsuit, nobody wins but the attorneys, right? When you go to court. So, she's not winning this. I don't care what she does,
Well,
right?
and not only that, but we can't be ignorant to the fact that like they had this article that said Joe Biden at one point was like financially okay, but since being in the vice president and president whatever, he's made millions of dollars, and it's like not from his salary. When you look at Gary Gensler, they say Gary Gensler is worth like 40-50 million dollars or more. Elizabeth Warren is up in the 30s or 40s of millions of dollars. They're not getting this from the U.S. government salary. So that's, I think, one of the perks of being in that position. Like Bill Hemming got a $15 million buyout, right, to attack XRP. It's sad, but it's really part of the system that we live in, man. And why would and
Yeah.
again, why would a judge be any different? I don't know. I hope that's not the case, but I'm saying, like, why would a judge be any different? I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
I don't know. And sometimes, the reward or the risk isn't as direct as money that just goes right into their bank account. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's a promotion, it's a position. It's, hey, you get to be here when the next president come in. You get to be in this position, or you get to be in this position with who's there currently. It's
Yeah.
lateral moves or whatever. It's you get this protection, you get this amnesty. You get there's a lot of different ways to benefit or come at people, and right now we're just in the truth is we're in a huge gray area. There is no black and white with this. There's it's kind of like the guy, he says, hey, I showed up, I showed him everything, I didn't even have my attorneys or whatever else, and it was acting like, hey, we just want this information, and then to be used against them later and stuff like that. And there's a huge gray area with everything. You know what I mean?
And,
I'm
and
just,
let me say this,
it's
Chris. Let me say this.
political, and that says a lot. That
Yeah,
says a little to say a lot, but it's political.
yeah. Let me say this. Me and you are not saying. Not only are we not financial advisors, we are not saying she's crooked. We're not saying she's getting paid off. What we're saying is, like you said, the gray area. It's just we've gotten to the point where all people can do is come up with different assumptions or
That's it.
can understand that you got lawyers coming and saying this is simple. I mean, look at the Howey test. It was back in the 19 whatever's based off of Orange Girl. Like this is not like it wasn't ready for crypto.
Yeah.
And every time somebody tried to get clarity, she couldn't give clarity. So how could XRP be a security? So when all these amazing legal minds are saying this should be over, and she saw the Hemming emails before we did, and she knows more than we know. The whole thing is, why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? And so when you're asking that big question, why, and it's impacting so many lives around the world, and can really be the devastation of, not to say in the fall of crypto, but just it can be devastating to crypto and the people who are in it right now. While the big money's getting rich, like, why are we waiting for a decision? I guess that's the big thing. Like, why? And I know people saying be patient, but it's not about that. Like, you got to ask questions. This is what the show this morning is about, keeping it 100. Like, what the hell is going on? That's the question. Why? Why are we waiting? And why do you think she's making the American people wait? And
That's
that's
the
really
trillion
the
dollar question. That is the trillion dollar question. And I don't I don't have a clue. I see all the different smoke signals going left and right. I hear some of the theories that sound more credible than others. There's something new coming out every few seconds that make more sense or less sense. There's just all kinds of different information to where it's like, okay, if that is true, then I can get that. And then you look it up, it's like that's not true. That you're right. So you don't know. You don't know.
Do you have your computer on right now?
Yes, I do.
Are you able to go to my Twitter page?
Yes.
Because I'm driving. I'm definitely not going to try to kill myself. Look at this, but there was something that I put on there on my Twitter. You can go to the front of my Twitter page and go down, and it says something about. Let me see if I'm gonna try to. And
Okay. Don't be wrecking the car or nothing there, James. You there? You there, James?
yeah, buddy, hang on a second. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to find. It's one of those. Is one of the ones that are on my Twitter page that says it says something about how the SEC Ripple case can affect the whole crypto community. And I was going to have you open
Okay.
that up and maybe just read something off that. But I was looking at it this morning, and it says something like with everything that's going on with J.P. Morgan is one of those articles. Either it says Ripple. It's either the one that says Ripple by itself, or it's the
Okay.
one that's further down. It has Ripple with an American flag by it. Like it looks like Ripple with American flag. And on that, if you guys get a chance that are watching this, go and check that out. It's one of those two articles on my page that says something about Ripple, and it talks about how all the ETFs and things that are happening right now with J.P. Morgan and everybody else is involved, and all that money that's going to be going through, it might actually be a huge benefit for Ripple. And that to me was amazing when I saw that. You might want to see if you can find that, and maybe
I'm
you see what
looking
I'm
on
talking
there.
about.
I
Like
see a couple of different things. One of them, it has the Bitcoin symbol with the metallic individual, and then above that, it says the 2023 new value report, crypto trends, Ripple. That one.
okay, it might be that. You can try to open that one up, and if not, it's just below that.
Okay.
And it was something very interesting when it was saying that people might be looking at this all wrong, like the whole J.P. Morgan ETF and all the money that's going to be circulating through all this. The fastest way to do that, and probably the best way to transact with all that, would be Ripple. They actually mentioned Ripple in that ad.
Okay. Where how the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit could affect the entire crypto industry?
It could be in there, but
Okay.
But yeah, I just
Yeah.
thought if it was something that people could look at. But if you guys who are tuning in, go to my Twitter page. I don't want Chris. I hate to have Chris go searching through, but if you guys can go in there in one of those two articles that I posted this morning, just look through some of the Ripple articles I posted this morning.
Oh, this
And it was
morning. Okay.
yeah, and it was talking about no, it's one of those. I retweeted it, but it might be like an old article, but I retweeted it this morning, so it might
Okay.
show a different, like a day old or something. But it's like probably within my last 10 retweets.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
tweeted a
where
whole bunch
this
of stuff,
is.
but
Okay.
yeah. So, but if you guys can go in there and those of you guys who are watching when me and Chris are offline, go over to my Twitter page and check that out, because it was really amazing to see how they were saying how Ripple could, even with all, basically what it was saying, even with all the FUD and all the crap that's going on, all the attacking that Ripple's getting, it's obviously to for they got an agenda, and the agenda is to allow or slow down what's happening right now with the adoption of these big institutions coming in, like I said, the J.P. Morgans, Fidelities, what have you. And what it went on to say that Ripple might actually come out shining this whole narrative, because it is the fastest way to process money around, yeah, I thought it was an interesting read. But anyways, with that being said, Chris, yeah, man. So, what's I guess the question I would have at this point is, as we get ready to come. Matter of fact, can you read some of the comments and see what people are saying? Maybe we can answer some questions or see what they're saying before we end the stream.
Yeah, 100%, brother. Let's see here.
Go and just, if you can, go through and just say what's up to everybody. I try to acknowledge everyone, and then also if there's an interesting topic, just read what their comment is, and we can maybe talk about something like that.
Absolutely. Okay, I got them on here. Laurel, maybe we should thank them all. And G Gensler, we getting crypto for 99% discount. Ka-ching, absolutely. That's like,
Yeah,
listen, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
It's sometimes when it comes to a lot of things, right? It talks about I think even the great book, right? It's there's things you can control, there's things you can't control, and then hopefully you have the common sense to know which is which, right? And so it's like,
that's right.
In every situation when you can't control it, I think that one of the best ways to look at things is how can you benefit from it? How can what can you gain from this, right? Is it knowledge? Is it profit? In this situation, we know that this is some artificial discounting kind of going on right now, right? So we could take advantage of it in a financial way and not bang our head against the walls, dealing with people that are drinking the Kool-Aid and saying, hey, look, if everything was all good, then why would there be so much adversity against this, right? Adversity comes against everything that's trying to do something the right way. Okay, look, Jesus might have had a little bit of adversity, right? Like it's, hey, anybody trying to do something the right way they're gonna deal with adversity, right? It's you know, that's one of my favorite tattoos I have on me. It says great spirits encounter adversity for mediocre minds, right? And
Right. Right.
that's the case, that's the situation, that's the circumstance. So when something's trying to do something in a big time way, people are gonna hate on it, right? So you're right. We need to take advantage and do what we can do while we can do it, because it won't be like this for long. It's a bunch of nonsense, and it's not going to stand, not forever. Let's see here. Dr. Sheba, smash the like. Absolutely, Dr. Sheba. Let me see here. Laurel Jack, too much money at stake. The banks want some of the cake. You daggone right. You daggone right. It's Beekeeper. Okay, good morning, C4L fam. Here you go. Big Watch dude. What's up, 68Jay?
What's up, Big Watch?
Fishing with Camo Joe. He's just got some laughing his butt off emojis there. Let me see here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Big Bro 10. Afternoon, folks. C4L.
Afternoon.
Let me see here. Talking crypto and stocks with Sly Fox. My cat Maine. What it do?
What's up, buddy?
Let me see here. So yeah, it's a couple people. Nice car.
Oh, thanks, brother. Thank you.
So that's
cool. Good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff.
That's about where we're at right there, brother. So I would just say, hey, let's just take advantage. Let's just take advantage, because we can't. Why is like what is it? Not Zig Ziglar, but I forgot the one that says don't sign up for that class, right? Like we can't.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much smoke. There's so much. Yeah, there's fire, but there's so much smoke. What the heck do you believe? What's going on? And whatever's real might not be real 5 minutes from now, because
That's right.
new stuff is coming all the time right now, and it's changing how they're doing things. And when you're in a huge gray area like this, man, you just got to watch and see what happens. Because if it was so open and shut, it'd be shut by now, right? Like it'd be shut by now. And so there's a huge gray situation right here. And I wish like heck I knew, what the heck is the holdup and what's the verdict going to be and when they're coming down with it. But I don't know any of that.
Well, the thing is that there's obviously a play, and here's the positives to everything you just said, everything we've been talking about. The positive is that there is an extraordinary opportunity here, especially for altcoins, man, because Bitcoin is doing what it's doing. Bitcoin is being right now. It's in a position where everyone wants it. All the major institutions. We call it mainstream adoption. We call it, all the big money's coming in, and we knew that at some point this was going to happen. I think what's happening right now, and when you think about it, Chris, it's really, besides the fact that we're waiting for the summary judgment. Besides that, this is really I think the greatest blessing that we'll ever see ever again. And I think but there's a possibility that we could even go down further. People are saying that the bottom, that not necessarily that it has to, but that we could see some lower movements in October, September. It remains to be seen. I can't really say that's going to happen for sure. But what I do know is that it's an extraordinary time right now. The dollar cost average, because there's a lot of coins, man, that just a month ago that are a lot cheaper. I mean, there's a lot of coins that retraced over the last week. I mean, some of them kind of start pumping up now. But man, when you look back at some of these coins, that went way down. I mean, like extremely low. So I think people just have to really make sure they follow their plan. Like when I start talking about Judge Torres and what's going on with the SEC and the government, it's out of frustration. But make sure you understand that I'm always positioning myself. We talked about this for months now, and I've even talked to you about it, Chris, and with everyone here in the stream. And that is that you have to go out there. If you can't, what you said, if you ain't buying XRP at 45 cents, you're
buying at $10. Yeah,
yeah,
that's Dr.
exactly.
Sheba.
Okay, yeah, no, I thought she meant that it got down to so no, where XRP at right now is a phenomenal price. Am I frozen, Chris?
Yeah, bro. I can hear you though, but you are visually frozen.
Yeah, it could. I think it might be the air frozen, and this thing got me looking ridiculous as far as my face right now. I got one of those crazy faces right now, frozen. But anyways, man. So yeah, just everyone do your research, do your due diligence. Make sure that I think at the end of the day, let me see if I switch my camera around if that helps. Okay, there you go. So make sure
There you
at the
go.
end of the day, man, you're doing your own research. You're doing your due diligence. It is, I think this is a great time to get discounts right now, Chris. With so
Yes,
many
yes.
amazing projects. I think, and especially because there's so much FUD. Gary Gensler might have actually, even though he is like Judge Torres' decision can make it where he tried to hurt crypto, but it could
Hmm.
be disguised as the biggest blessing because what he just did with Binance and Coinbase, what he just did by listing those 30 some odd, 40 some odd, whatever the 60 some odd coins as possible securities, that FUD really equals discount. And when all this stuff gets cleared up and when
Hmm.
XRP does win and when it does get clarity, because I think all it is they're not, I don't think they're ignorant enough to know that crypto's, to think that they can destroy crypto. I think what they did is they strategically put themselves in a position that them and all the big money can get themselves at a lower rate, and
100%.
buy everything up as much as possible, and then dictate to the American people where they got to go to get it. I think that's what this is all about. You're not
Hmm.
going to go to Coinbase. You're not going to go here. You're going to go to Fidelity. You're going to go to JP Morgan, that type of stuff. So I think we just have to understand the things that we, embrace the things we can control and try to understand the things that we can't. I think that Judge Torres's decision will come when it comes. Unfortunately, it is very frustrating. But I think the more that it holds Ripple down, I think the bigger the spring pop is going to be. Again, that's not financial advice; it's just my perspective. And so I would just tell everybody to hang on, man. Stay locked in. Keep your faith. Keep your belief system.
Yep.
Study. Be a great student. And don't let the fear shake your confidence in the things that you're excited about. But also be mindful that um, I still think 90% of the cryptos that are out there won't be here tomorrow. I really think that's going to happen. I think they're going to clean
Hmm.
up. I think even though this is bull crap right now, what they're trying to
Casualties.
do,
Yeah.
I think the strong ones are going to make it, and a lot of the weak ones are going to fall by the wayside because they're not going to be. I think what they're going to do is they're going to make regulatory compliancy so stern that people who don't have big money or people who don't have certain things in place, great teams, great this and that, won't make it. I think we'll see the bigger coins, the 70 and the 20s make it. I don't know how many of the 10s will make it, but I think this why we'll possibly as we come to the end of the year wind up being a very exciting thing for the world and those who are invested. So that's my perspective, man. I'm
Hmm.
hoping to have you on. I'm hoping to have you on more as a co-host, man. Until you get your show going, I like to have you on more and more, and your perspective on that. And not only that, but keeping it 100 is also talking about life. I think the next time we get on, we could talk about family, we could talk about kids, we could talk about so many things, man. This is not just about
100%.
crypto, but it's just about winning, man.
That's it.
there's a lot of things that people don't know about you that I want them to eventually, when we come back on. I know we're going to go ahead and end right now, but I want to have you maybe come on next Saturday, because I'll
Hmm.
be back in town and with some other guys, and we could talk about how on that cruise ship me and you we played in a 3-on-3 tournament. We spanked everybody. Chris was the leading scorer. Chris was out there busting people's butt, Mr. Defense, everything else. We'll talk about some of your business affiliates with affiliations with NBA players and other things that you've done. We'll talk about just some of the great things that you've accomplished, and and really not only what you've accomplished, but the things that we found out. One of the things that I've always been excited about with me and you, Chris, is we've always been open to sharing what we've done to be successful with others. So maybe the next time we come on, besides crypto, we'll talk about other things in life that people can be a part of that we've done, or
Hmm.
maybe some things that we're excited about that can help people advance in other aspects of life, whether it's real estate, whether
Absolutely.
it's this, whether it's that, whatever. So I look forward to maybe sharing more of our personal journey, on
100%.
some of the life changing, extraordinary things we've done. Like you said, you've been a gym owner, you've done some extraordinary things, man. And so we'll talk about all those things, and maybe with some of the other guys next Saturday. So anything you want to add before we take off, man?
Yeah, yeah. I would say that I bet some of the same, individuals that are saying what they're saying about crypto right now, that are,
Yeah,
helping bring it down,
yeah,
they get to be the persecutor and then they get to be the hero. Because
yeah,
at the end, when they are invested and positioned properly, they just have enough of it. They're gonna
right.
say, "Listen, I vetted this. This is ironclad. This is completely solid. I've looked through it through and through, and this is a really great situation." and the same ones that dumped it could be the same ones that pump it at that point, right? And then it blows up, and they're looked at, hey, you're the hero, you were doing the right thing. You just wanted to make sure, and then their position, and then they get to, just ride that horse all the way to the daggone moon, right? After artificially doing what they did, knowing full well what the whole plan was. It was, we need to get it. We just don't need to get it at this price. We need to rewind time right now artificially by getting this where it was, or getting this however low we can get it, and then we see it's about to bounce. Then we need to capitalize, go, and then just really throw a lot of gasoline in that fire, and just really really have it go. So you're a million percent right. It's as much as you can coil that energy, and then it'll take off, and they'll do everything they can to really 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 get it where it needs to go. So long as we're positioned and we're doing right, and we can see through the noise. You can't know everything that's true or not true, but you can tell. You can tell when there's a whole lot of fabrication and nonsense and bureaucratic, just BS, right? And just get where you need to get, because this thing is going to be looking. You and I. The one thing we definitely know: 90 days from now, everything's going to be very different. It's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be
yeah, I think
very
so.
very different.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
yeah, so how we're positioned is gonna be a huge determining factor, and how things are gonna be for us going forward. But absolutely, brother, I'd love to get on here and talk about things that we're excited about, and family and life, and ways that we can help other people win, because between the two of us, it's been awesome to sharpen iron, with each other. But we paid a lot of ignorance tax. We paid a lot of
Yeah,
ignorance
yeah,
tax
for
in
sure.
a lot of different ways, and there's certain stories and things that I think that we could share, that for a lot of other people may feel is embarrassing, right? Because there's things that would show that we were either gullible, or we were trying to, we were delirious and trying to think the best of certain situations
Right.
that took advantage of us. It's kind of like the saying is, there's a guy with money and a guy with experience, and they'll meet up, and then the guy with experience now has the money, and the guy that had the money now has experience. And you and I have been in a few of those type of situations and stuff. And if we can use our ignorance tax to save other people from doing some of the same stuff that could be very very tough to deal with, that's put us in a situation as a country to where 97% of our country works for the other 3%, right? If we can advance people's opportunities and help them skip some of those landmines, then I know you're passionate about doing that, and so am I. So I'd love to do that, brother.
Yeah, and it's funny because as you were talking right now, I'm looking up at my phone and there's tweets coming in from different people, and one
Hmm.
of the tweets that came in says, "It's amazing the fact that Judge Torres can take this." We're talking about it right now, but it says
Hmm.
somebody else is saying the fact that Judge Torres has taken this long, that's just causing more confusion and more hurting the confidence of investors. It's crazy, man. It's like this is the hottest topic. What we're talking about right now is what's on everyone's mind, even the Winklevoss brothers, who own Gemini, the ones who got in the whole Facebook thing, they just got talking about it. I mean, everyone's
Hmm.
talking, even people who you would have never thought, even the Mark Cuban, talked
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
what's going on with the case. So it's on everyone's mind. Everyone's
It
watching
is.
Ripple.
It
Everyone's
is.
watching what's going
I'm
on with
hearing
Judge
people that
Torres.
never talk about crypto talking about it
Dude,
right now. They're like,
people
man, this don't smell right. It just don't smell right. It's
who
yeah.
literally hated Ripple or wouldn't even say anything about Ripple. All that's in their mouth right now is Ripple. It's
Hmm.
crazy because of
Hmm.
how important this lawsuit is, man. And so
Oh
when I
yeah,
when I
you'll
don't,
you'll hear it from the people in the chat. They're like, "Is this a crypto call? Is this?"
yeah,
And
yeah.
or what? No, it's not. It's not. But guys, it's like it's in the news. What do y'all think? What do you right? And it's like, but then they go on to talk about it for half an
And you
hour.
want to
And
know,
so.
want to know why, Chris? Because it allows. I mean, you right now in Texas, you have a a multi-million-dollar business that you own, you know, the
Mhm.
things that y'all do. But that's not the story for everyone. And the point and you've had struggling moments just like I have, you
Oh
know,
yeah. Oh yeah.
before you. But the point I'm trying to make is this is this is people's opportunity, not the American people.
That's
You know,
right.
I always talk about financial slavery, and I said it's not about a race, it's about the people. And right now,
Mhm.
this is our time to dream again, Chris. Me and you've been on stage
Mhm.
telling people about that when we tell people opportunities that allow you to dream again. This is the opportunity for people to dream again, for people to say,
Mhm.
okay, well, I moved over here in the ghetto area of town. I'm driving, you know, this kind of car. I got this job, and people just settle. And then we settle and we smile when we can, and we just try to make it until our day ends. And it's like it's
Mhm.
sad when our mindsets have gotten that way. When we were younger, we used to dream about all kinds of stuff, and then reality kicks in. And what crypto, what these opportunities, with a lot of these altcoins like XRP, what they do is it allows us to dream again. For the first time, people were passionate and excited about something before the masses, before the big institutions came in. And what Gary Gensler and the SEC and Elizabeth Warren has done is saying, you know what, screw that, get back in line. I dare you try to be in something before JP Morgan and Fidelity there. I dare you. So what we're going to do is we're going to create so much bullshit. I'm going to say it,
Mhm.
bullshit, that we allow
Mhm.
everybody. We're gonna try to destroy people's confidence. We're gonna remind me, just like they did back in the slavery days. We're gonna remind you who you are. Get your butt back in line. We're the Almighty. You can't do nothing else. We can get paid off. We can cheat. We can do anything we want. And right now, we're gonna flood this market, and we're gonna create so much damn confusion because we want the good old boys to come in. Why? Because the good old boys are patting our pocket. And once they get
Man.
in, then you suckers can get in, and whatever dreams you got, you can go in and get them with scraps. Let the big guys come in. And that's what pisses me off. And that's the same thing that makes me so passionate about what
Mhm.
I do and why you're starting your channel and why I want you to come on, because at the end of the day, we've been, before there was a crypto, me and you were already on stage because our passion is helping people. Matter of fact,
Mhm.
I always tell people about the things that we've done around the world with charity. You know,
Mhm.
guys, who was out there with me painting that orphanage was Haiti, Jamaica.
Mhm. Mhm. It was in
When we out there in Haiti,
it was Haiti. It was Haiti.
when
Yep.
we're out there in Haiti, and we were
Mhm.
at those orphanages, and we were building gates and painting and feeding the kids and giving them gifts, and holding these babies, man, down there with tears in our eyes. You know who was
Man,
with me
it
and my
was
wife?
amazing.
You know, no, you know who was with me and my
Me and
wife?
my wife.
Chris Moore and his wife. They were right there with us, painting the damn orphanages, building, trying to give hope to these kids, and with a broken heart, watching babies on the side. And so, when you guys want to know why I'm so passionate, when you guys want to know why I sent money back to Nigeria, when you want to know why I went out there and helped that young man like me and Chris, who couldn't even go to school because he was too embarrassed about his clothes, go look at it in my show. It's on my show. It's on my show. You want to know why we give back? You want to know why me and Chris are passionate about the things that we do? Is because that's who we were before crypto, before YouTube. And so that's why it's so exciting for me to have this platform. I don't care how fast it grows. That's why it's so important for me to bring on people like Chris Moore, because we were doing these things way before we got on the YouTube, way before we were even involved in crypto. This goes back 20 something odd years of my life, probably just as long as Chris. So guys, just know that at the end of the day, you know, what you're getting here, man, is two guys that really want to give back. I think I'm gonna try to get Chris to be a permanent part of the show, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but Chris, I might have to have you come on at least once or twice a week, man, just so people can understand our vibe and the things that we've done. The passion that I have is a passion that you have as well, which is why we're two, very good, if not best of friends. And so, with that being said, man, the only thing I will say is I don't appreciate. Just a while ago, you were talking and you did something and your arm flexed, and it just pissed me off that your arm was so big when you were just when you were sitting there just trying to talk about. It. I said, all I could think of that, I said, damn, I need to get in the gym. Look at that brother over there. But anyways,
Hey,
with
hey,
that being said, guys,
we're in it, bro. We're in it. This is my
huh?
this is my this is
Look at
my
this. Look at this.
my office
Nah,
is my
man.
garage. Okay, so
Yeah,
we we
crazy.
gotta get it
That's
in,
crazy.
man. Strong body,
Hey,
strong mind.
hey.
I'm meditating while I'm working out. That's how we're doing it.
Hey man, I miss
Try to
my
stay
home gym.
sane.
I need to go back and lose 30 pounds. But hey guys, I broke the system, got out. Hey, we all broke the system,
Yes,
JC, and that's
100%,
what this is
brother.
about, man. So like I said, I'm so excited about the things that have come. I just want, at the end of the day, I just want a fair shake, Chris. I want everybody to have a fair opportunity to dream again, and that's pretty much it, bro. That's my last words
100%.
before we go. Anything you
100%,
gotta
bro.
say, man?
I'm man, it's you're in a great position for a reason, James. People tell me I inspire them or I motivate them, but you make me want to run through a wall right now. So it's like it's that's why some of these I don't know if you're hearing, I got my ear to the NBA and everything, and they're hiring people right now to be spiritual coaches and stuff. And so
Oh,
I'm
wow.
talking,
Wow.
I'm, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do that. It's a little too much, you know, as far as the traveling and stuff, you know, there'll always
Right.
be some great opportunities, but there's some trade-offs. And right now, you know, I'm watching the midgets grow, and it's, you know, nothing can really replace that, but maybe one
Yeah.
day. Right. But,
Yeah.
you know, you having a powerful voice, and being a strong motivator just right off the cuff like that. It's that's how people have revolutions. That's how people have, you know, so that's a good position to be in. We care about what we care about. You can't fake passion, right? And and we deserve the opportunities that are said to be ours in the land of the free and everything, right? And so um, we can't allow people to kill our spirit, and that's what it is. It's, you know, and you know what, people that get their spirit killed, and I'll have to hop off here in a second. I got another call I got to hop on, but but this is how people sound when their spirit is killed. They'll say, wow, that was good when it lasted. That was awesome. But
Yeah.
you know what? You
Yeah.
know, here's back to reality. I should have, you know, this should have been my focus. All in all, go to a place that I'm 75% of my time I'm with people that almost can't stand and probably can't stand me. But this is where my focus and my energy needs to be, because I can't dream. You know what I mean? That's squashed every time, right? And so it's you know, it was good, but we don't need to talk about that anymore, because
That's right.
that was over. It's people feel like they're punished for having dreams, and you know, it's scary and it's painful for some people. I remember having a couple different conversations with people where I'm telling them nothing but good, solid, positive things. And I remember a guy like, man, look, I don't want to hear that or this or that and everything else. And I had to pull him aside one time, and I said, man, who in the heck beat the dream out of you, dude? Because whew, you're cool as heck until somebody starts talking about things that I know you have wanted at one time, but it's painful for you to hear it. What the heck? Who killed that in you? You know, that who let you die with your music inside of you, man? And
Mhm.
this dude almost started crying, dude. He was just like, look, a lot has happened, and every time I start thinking
Right.
like what you're talking about, I paid for it.
Right.
And I tell him, I said, you know, does that tell you that is the way you need to be thinking, and you need to get on the other side of that, or do you need to just you know, be the flea in the jar, right? It jumps up, it hits his
Right.
head a couple times on the lid, and you remove the lid. Those fleas they'll jump just that high, and stay in there until they die, right? Because they've already been taught that's the ceiling, right? And so, you know, I want to remove the lid and then coach people to jump out the damn jar, right? And
That's right.
so
That's right.
so that's what it's about. That's what you're about, and that's been our connection from the start, even before we knew it. So
That's right.
so yeah, my
Yeah.
brother. Yeah, my brother. Much love to you and the sis, and I'll be with you, man. I'll help you with this. I think this would be really cool, and definitely what I'm passionate about.
Absolutely, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Much love to all you guys. Thank you guys for all tuning in. My man, Chris Moore. We appreciate you guys. Until next time, guys. By the way, we'll be back on mobile again. Probably, matter of fact, let me see. Sunday. Today's No, actually tomorrow. Well, yeah, because I'll be heading up to Magic Mountain with the kids and wife and some family and all that stuff. So we're gonna be going out there. So we'll be mobile again, guys. It's called Sunday Fun Day. You'll be on the road again one more time with 6AJ. Then we'll see you guys. Should be around 10 o'clock, and then we'll see you guys again Monday in the studio. And look forward to seeing Chris Moore again here really soon. My brother, much love to you, man. Say hello to the family.
You too, my brother. Much love to y'all.
All
Have
right,
a good
guys.
one, brother.
All right, man. All right, you too.
Bye bye.
Peace.